Now we're going to go ahead and do an example problem where we calculate inflation using CPI. So step 1 is to calculate the cost of each basket holding quantity constant. Okay, so for t-shirts, let's say from 2012 to 2013, so the quantity of t-shirts would be 8 times the price, 19, plus 6 for shoes, and $12. Okay, so in this instance, our basket of goods is just composed of t-shirts and shoes. If we go ahead and multiply those guys out, 8 times 19 is going to be 152, and 6 times 12 is going to be 72. So when we add those two guys together, we get 224 as our basket price in 2012. Okay, so now we want to calculate the cost of the basket in 2013. Again, we're going to keep quantity constant, so we're going to have 8 t-shirts still, but now at the new price of $20, plus, again, 6 shoes at the new price of $15. If we multiply that out, we should get 8 times 20, that's 160, plus 6 times 15, that's going to be 90. So the new basket in 2013 is going to cost $250. Okay, so step 2, calculate CPI. The way that we do this is we set the price of the new basket over the price of the base basket and multiply times 100. So what you're going to find is for the base year, your CPI is always going to be 100. So if we do 224 over 224 times 100, that just cancels to 1. So CPI in 2012, which we've set as our base year, is just going to be 100. Okay, we do the same thing for 2013. Now we have 250 over 224 times 100, and we get 111.61. Okay, so step 3 says calculate the inflation rate. And to do this, we use our equation new minus old over old times 100. Okay, so if you're just doing the first one, it's pretty simple because we've got 100 as old. So we're going to do new, which is our CPI in 2013, so 111.61 minus old, which is CPI in 2012, 100, all over old times 100. Okay, so these guys cancel out, and then we just have 111.61 minus 100. Easy peasy, we've got 11.61% as our inflation rate between 2012 and 2013. Okay, we're going to do the exact same thing, except this time we're going to calculate inflation using the GDP deflator. So step 1 says to calculate nominal GDP. So since we're just talking about consumption here, we don't have to worry about gross investment, government spending, or exports. So in order to find nominal GDP, we're just going to go ahead and do quantity times price for each good. So for shirts, we've still got 8 times 19. And then for shoes, we've got 6 times 12. And 8 times 19, that's still 152. Plus 6 times 12, that's 72. We still get 224. Okay, so that's going to be our nominal GDP for 2012. Let's go ahead and find our nominal GDP for 2013. So that's going to be 11 times 20 plus 8 times 15, which equals 220 plus 120. That gets us 340 for the nominal GDP in 2013. Okay, step 2 says to calculate real GDP holding price constant. So again, CPI, we hold quantity constant and measure how the price changes. For GDP deflator, we're going to hold price constant and measure how quantity changes. So if we calculate real GDP for 2012, it should be the exact same as nominal GDP since we're using 2012 as our base year. So we're going to go ahead and write down 224 since we know it's going to be the same. Next, we're going to find the real GDP for 2013, holding price constant. Okay, so we're going to use the quantity from 2013, which is 11, times the price from 2012, that's 19, plus, again, 8, the quantity from 2013, times 12, the price from 2012. Okay, that should get us 209 plus 96, which equals 305 as our real GDP for 2013. Okay, step 3 says calculate the GDP deflator. We talked about this a little bit earlier. To calculate GDP deflator, we want to do nominal over real times 100. Okay, so just like in CPI where the base year is 100, same thing's going to happen for GDP deflator. If we do nominal over real for 2012, we're just going to get 224 over 224 times 100, and those are going to cancel out, so we're just going to get 100. Okay, let's do 2013. Nominal is going to be 340 over real, which is 305. All of that times 100, and we get 111.5. Okay, so we've got both of our GDP deflators for both 2012 and 2013. Now we just have to find the inflation rate. We're going to use the same equation from before. So we want to do new minus old over old times 100. Okay, so new is going to be 111.5, old is 100, all over 100 times 100. Those guys cancel out, and then 111.5 minus 100 just equals 11.5% as our inflation rate between 2012 and 2013 using the GDP deflator.